Hello and welcome back to the Goat Talks Footy channel. Today we are going to look at the best Game Week 13 wildcard team. I personally have used my wildcard, however I will use this to template my team around for upcoming game weeks. We start with the first playing 11. In goal we have Johnstone, who is Crystal Palace's goalkeeper. The next three fixtures are Luton away, West Ham away and Bournemouth at home. These are a great three fixtures for a team like Crystal Palace. You wouldn't expect them to concede many goals with the defense looking pretty solid, so we should see clean sheet points on the board for Johnstone. Our first defender is Anderson, who is a Crystal Palace centre-back, so we are doubling up on Palace defense. He is having a great season and is up there with the top defenders for FPL points. As mentioned previously, Crystal Palace have great fixtures upcoming, so he looks like a great pick. He has also found himself in attacking positions from set pieces, so maybe we will see some attacking points as well, which makes him a great all-round pick. We would look to move him on in Game Week 16 for possibly a Chelsea defender when their fixtures start to look great. The second defender is Trippier, the Newcastle right-back, who sits top for points, scored amongst all defenders. Newcastle have looked good at the back, however they seem to lack the consistency. With Trippier, we know that he also has a lot of attacking input on games, as he is on all set pieces, so you always have the chance of not only a clean sheet, but also attacking returns. The fact that he's involved so much means that when Newcastle do get a clean sheet or Trippier gets an attacking return, or even if he gets both in a game, he is always very likely to get the bonus points as well. Newcastle's fixtures aren't great with Chelsea and Man United up next, but I consider Trippier fixture-proof. Our third and final defender is Saliba, the Arsenal centre-back. Arsenal's fixtures look good from now until they face Liverpool away in Game Week 18. They also look like a solid defence this season. I think Saliba is the best way into the Arsenal defence, as he looks to be nailed on. Arsenal have rotated the back line often enough this season to make us worry about bringing in the other defensive players. Saliba mainly carries the hope of a clean sheet, but he does have potential to get some attacking returns, but I wouldn't expect them to come very often. On to our first midfielder, which is Saka. He is Arsenal's right winger and has lots of attacking potential. We also assume he is on penalties, although he has passed on a few to Odegaard and Havertz. This is mainly when the scoreline is comfortable, so expect him to take them more often than not. His numbers haven't been the greatest this season, but I do think he is a player we shouldn't think to sell because he can turn it on at any point. I think he will deliver more consistently as the season goes on. Our second midfielder is Eze, the Crystal Palace central midfielder. As mentioned previously, the next three fixtures are great, especially from an attacking point of view. He's involved in everything going forward, and is also the penalty taker. You might want to sell him in Game Week 16 for a Chelsea asset as fixtures swing. But for a short-term punt or even long-term hold, I think he looks great. Next up we have Salah. He's Liverpool's right winger, and he is flying at the top of the FPL points table, having just surpassed the 100-point mark, currently sitting on 101. He's almost essential as he just delivers on such a consistent basis. No matter what fixture, we can expect goals and also assists. He can also haul at any point as well, which makes him worth the 13 million he's currently priced at. Liverpool do have Man City next, but after that have a nice run coming. Fulham at home, Sheffield United away, followed by Crystal Palace away. I expect Salah to continue his great start to the season, and can only see more points coming before he sets off for the African Cup of Nations. The fourth midfielder is Bowen, who is normally a right midfielder winger for West Ham. However, in recent games he has been playing as a striker, and it seems to be working. He is having a great season, and if he remains up front, I expect him to continue the great form as he has returned in 8 of the possible 12 games available. West Ham's upcoming fixtures are great from an attacking perspective, as they have Burnley away, Palace at home, Tottenham away, and then Fulham away in the next 4. I expect him to get some goals and assists during this run. He has been marked as potentially injured, so I would keep an eye on the situation, before deciding on him. The last midfielder in the team is Mbeumo, Brentford's right winger. He has shown to be a great FPL pick this season with his points total sitting at 74. With his price of just 6.8 million shows the amount of value you get from him. He's involved in lots of the attacking play, and is also on set pieces and penalties. So when Brentford get goals, you can be assured that Mbeumo will be part of them. The ideal time to bring him in from would be game week 14, after the fixture against Arsenal, when Brentford have a great run of fixtures. However, if you're wildcarding, I would still bring him in as he can also deliver on big occasions. The only problem is that Brentford tend to change formation against the bigger teams, which forces Mbeumo back almost to where he looks like a right wing back, so you may look to bench him for that one against Arsenal. The first attacker we have in the team is Awoniyi, Nottingham Forest striker. He had an amazing start to the season as he returned in his first 5. However, he dropped off after that and then found himself injured. He has just come back now, and with Nottingham Forest fixtures upcoming, I think he could definitely get back into the form he showed at the start of the season. With Brighton, Everton, Fulham, and Wolves up in the next 4, we should expect some goals from him. The last player to complete the starting 11 is, of course, Haaland. I don't see myself not owning him at any point this season. He's so lethal in front of goal, you just don't know how many goals he's capable of coming away with in each and every game. He's fixture-proof with Man City being such a great team. Man City also have a lot of injured players returning, which is only going to help Haaland going forward. You can give him the captain's armband pretty much every week, as you don't want to be on the wrong side of a big Haaland haul. This week's fixtures aren't great, and have made it a questionable captaincy decision. However, I will be sticking it on Haaland. Going on to the bench, we have Sanchez, the Chelsea goalie. The reason for this is he will be a great rotation for John Stone in game week 16, when Chelsea fixtures take a turn. Chelsea's defense is only going to improve with the team getting stronger, as they get back their injured players and have certainly looked better in recent weeks. The next sub is Archer, the Sheffield United forward. He is a good player but is not getting the service he needs, with Sheffield United being very poor through the start of the Premier League season. Although he's just a cheap subs player, he does have potential if Sheffield United can improve the service to him. He managed 11 goals and 6 assists from 22 games for Middlesbrough last season in the Championship. Next up, we have Castaigne, the Fulham defender. Although he hasn't delivered much this season, I think he can be one to come up with some points, as he does also have attacking potential. When he was playing for Leicester, he did like to get into those attacking positions and created good opportunities for forwards to get onto. The last player is Mengi, the Luton Town defender. He is just a placement holder on the bench. He does get game time and is only 3.9 million, but is a player you can just swap for anyone else in that price bracket. At time of recording, this team costs 102.3 million, which not everyone can get to, so I have included some swaps you can do to make it affordable. Selling Trippier is the easiest way to do this, and with Newcastle fixtures not being great, I think it's the one that makes the most sense. You can downgrade to someone like Pinnock, who is a nailed-on Brentford defender. Brentford do have Arsenal in the next fixture, so you could play Castaigne against Wolves at home instead, and bring him in when the fixtures turn the game. After. Alternatively, you could go for Tsimikas, the Liverpool left back. He looks great going forward and is a very cheap way into the Liverpool defense. However, he is not nailed on, but I would say he looks to be worth the risk with his attacking potential and Liverpool's upcoming fixtures looking great after this game week, which you can just use Castaigne in. Thank you for watching. Let us know in the comments if there's any changes you would make to the team and any videos you would like next. Please like and subscribe to our channel. We will see you in the next one.